Saw this, but it was posted back in July, so it's a bit outdated. George Clooney, the fake movie actor, doesn't seem to realize movies are fake, does he? I don't think so. We thought a play would be a good way to do it, and over time, I felt maybe I should try. Honestly, I'm terrified. It's exciting, but I often feel stupid, like every single day at some point, but I've never felt more foolish than when I was acting alongside you. Do you think they'd ever make one of these about Sean Hannity? I mean, our news anchors have become quite the characters themselves. Imagine George Clooney, casually sipping his espresso, pens an op-ed, and the next thing you know, Trump's rage tweeting, Biden's puzzled, and Jimmy Kimmel's firing off. Jokes faster than you can say, see fifth. Before we move on, can I ask a quick favor? If you enjoy this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of viewers watch without subscribing. It's free for you and makes a big difference for us. Did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you. Now back to the story. Curious how one actor's words could create such chaos. Stick around as we dive into this political comedy of errors, where the punchlines land harder than campaign promises. So, George Clooney decides to play politician for a day. What could go wrong? Apparently, quite a lot. Our favorite silver fox isn't just a pretty face with a coffee addiction. He's got opinions, and he knows how to use them. Picture this: Clooney, probably sipping his millionth cup of coffee, decides to write an op-ed suggesting Biden shouldn't run again. Talk about poking a sleeping bear with a stick. He probably thought he was sharing harmless thoughts. Little did he know, he was about to set off a political firecracker. His words spread like wildfire, igniting grumpy Trump tweets and political chaos. Turns out, George suggested, gently, that maybe Biden should step aside for someone younger. He didn't call him a fossil or anything, but in Trump's world, that's close enough to treason. As the op-ed went live, you could almost hear the dramatic movie soundtrack swelling. The calm before the storm. And what a storm it was. Political Twitter exploded like a celebrity gossip wildfire. Biden supporters clutched their pearls. Trump fans reveled in the drama. And everyone else wondered if George should stick to coffee. Commercials. The whole spectacle was a circus, with Clooney accidentally taking center stage as the ringmaster. Now, let's get to the bottom line. It's hard to let go of power. President Biden did something extraordinary. But if Trump wins, what then? Clooney joked he'd thought about Trump using the federal government against him, but assumed Trump would target someone else first. Meanwhile, Clooney's Broadway ambitions came up. He's terrified but excited. Here's the kicker. Clooney's op-ed wasn't the end of the drama. It was just the beginning. What followed was a feast of political tension, late-night comedy roasts, and Trump's inevitable online tirade. Trump, armed with his Truth Social platform, couldn't resist. His response, calling Clooney a fake movie actor. Real cutting-edge stuff, Donald. That's like saying water is wet. But let's break it down. Was there any truth to Trump's rant? Or was it just another round of theatrics? Just another serving of word vomit, served at 5:04, with a side of alternative facts? Spoiler alert, it was about as substantial as a cotton candy diet. You have to wonder though, why does Trump care so much about what Hollywood thinks? Is he secretly binge-watching rom-coms and dreaming of an Oscar? Or is he just green with envy that these celebs can string together coherent sentences without needing a teleprompter? The real question on everyone's mind, how would Clooney respond? Would he take the high road? Or would he get down in the mud with Trump? The suspense was killing us faster than Trump's healthcare plans. But here's the kicker. Trump's little tantrum actually backfired big time. Instead of making Clooney look bad, it just made George seem even cooler. It's like Trump has a special talent for turning everything he touches into gold. For his opponents, that is. Nice job, Donnie. You've done it again. So there you have it, folks. Trump thought he was dropping a truth bomb, but it turned out to be more of a truth dud. Don't worry though, the political comedy show was far from over. The real fireworks were yet to come, and let me tell you, they were about to make Trump say, "Tweet look like a sparkler at a 4th of July barbecue." Jimmy Kimmel, the late-night comedy king, knew a golden opportunity when he saw one. With all the buzz around Clooney's op-ed and Trump's tantrum, Kimmel decided it was time to invite the Hollywood heartthrob for a little chat. And boy, was it going to be good. Did you see this? Trump posted in July. Kimmel said, "So, now it's fake movie actor George Clooney. Yeah, he doesn't know movies are fake, does he? I don't think so." Kimmel's show was the perfect stage for Clooney's comeback. The lights were bright, the cameras were rolling, and the audience was more excited than Trump at an all-you-can-eat buffet. Clooney walked out looking as suave as ever in his perfectly tailored suit. The audience was on the edge of their seats, probably wondering if Clooney was going to take the high road or throw some grade A shade. Jimmy, being the master of ceremonies, built up to the big question. The tension was so thick you could cut it with a knife. Or maybe one of Trump's overcooked steaks. Kimmel asked Clooney about the op-ed, Trump's reaction, and then finally dropped the bomb. "So, George, any thoughts on running for president yourself?" The moment of truth had arrived. The audience held their breath. What would Clooney say? Would he dodge the question like a politician at a press conference? Would he go on a rant that would make Trump's tweets look tame? And then, with the timing of a seasoned comedian and the charm of a Hollywood icon, Clooney delivered his knockout punch. "I will if he does." 4 simple words, and boom, Trump was roasted. Crispier than a piece of bacon, left too long in the microwave. The audience erupted in laughter and applause. Kimmel, barely able to contain his glee, looked like he'd just won the lottery, somewhere. In Mar-a-Lago, you just know Trump was turning a shade of orange Crayola hasn't even invented yet. But here's the kicker. This wasn't just a witty comeback. Oh no, this was Clooney playing 4D chess, while Trump was still figuring out how to set up the checkers board. With those 4 words, Clooney effectively called Trump's bluff, challenged his ego, and made himself look like the coolest cucumber in the patch. What started as a simple op-ed turned into a full-blown political comedy extravaganza. But wait, there's more. This wasn't just about Clooney's comeback. It sparked a reaction that made a Super Bowl tweet storm look like a gentle breeze. Clooney's zinger hit the internet like a ton of bricks. Before you could say quip, it was everywhere. Twitter was buzzing, Facebook was freaking out, and even TikTok got in on the action. People were sharing clips of Clooney's line faster than Trump shares conspiracy theories. Memes popped up left and right. One showed Clooney in a superhero cape, swooping in to save us from 4 more years of bad spray tans. Another had Trump's face photoshopped onto a baby throwing a tantrum. The creativity was off the charts. Meanwhile, Trump's loyal followers were in a tizzy, defending their orange knight like he was the last Cheeto in the bag. "Clooney's just jealous of Trump's success," they cried. Yeah, because every Hollywood star dreams of being a twice-impeached president with a bad comb-over. The best reactions, though. Pure comedy gold. One Twitter user wrote, "Clooney for president. At least we know he can read a script." Cards chimed in, mentioning Trump calling Clooney a fake actor. Someone quipped, "That's rich coming from a guy who's been pretending to be a successful businessman for decades." This entire saga played out differently across social media platforms. On Instagram, people shared videos of themselves dramatically reading Trump's tweets. TikTok. Don't even get me started. There were dance challenges set to remixes of Clooney's comeback. Who knew politics could get so groovy? But here's the million-dollar question. Was all this online buzz actually changing any minds? Or was it just the same echo chamber with liberals high-fiving while conservatives dug in deeper? Clooney's comments stirred chaos, and suddenly he was an overnight hero for the anti-Trump crowd. The guy known for coffee commercials and marrying a brilliant human rights lawyer was being hailed as a political mastermind. Talk about a plot twist. Meanwhile, the internet was having a field day. Memes? Check. Dance challenges? Check. But behind the scenes, this wasn't just about witty comebacks or tantrums. It was shaping up to be a political showdown. Suddenly, Clooney's op-ed and Trump's temper tantrum had everyone in a tizzy. PR teams were working overtime. Democrats were trying to spin it as a wake-up call for Biden. And Republicans painted Clooney as an out-of-touch Hollywood elitist. And then came the star-studded political soap opera. Every celebrity with a Twitter account had an opinion. Cher tweeted about healthcare reform. Mark Ruffalo ranted about climate change. And Kanye West, well, he declared himself King of America. It's like Hollywood had a midlife crisis and chose politics as its new hobby. So what's next? Will Trump challenge Clooney to a spray tan contest? Will Biden guest star in ER reruns? And is Clooney actually considering a political run? Or was this all just a ploy to mess with Trump's head? One thing's for sure, this whole saga is changing the game for celebrity involvement in politics. It's not just about endorsements anymore. It's about who can land the best singer on late-night TV. And to think, it all started with one op-ed and a cup of coffee. Turns out, when George Clooney puts pen to paper, it's not just words on a page. It's like lighting a match in a room filled with hairspray. Whether or not it changed anything, politically remains to be seen. But one thing's certain, George Clooney has turned political commentary into pure entertainment.